What's good, y'all? So I kind of been thinking about doing certain videos like these. They're gonna be more like personal kind of podcast style videos and stuff like that. Because I know I had dropped a podcast later or a while ago, and yeah, y'all definitely enjoyed that. So I don't know if I'm gonna have like people on these and stuff. I think it's gonna be more like personal things and things of that nature, but I'm not fully sure. But I just kind of want to express what's like on my mind and what I've been like thinking about recently, and I'm gonna do these. And this will be a way for me to try to constantly like get content out and stuff like that too. But yeah, if y'all have any topics that you want me to talk about or whatever, just let me know. And yeah, but I had put on my Instagram a while ago kind of some, I guess, questions or whatever topics that were wanting to be discussed. And somebody had mentioned they wanted me to discuss like dealing with injuries. I'd say personally, dealing with injuries, it is a big mental game. Like, if you ever went to the doctors, then somebody says to you, "Oh, this injury can completely mess you up from doing whatever respective sport that you're doing." It can really knock you off your game, bro. Like, that's real. Like, you sit there either in the doctors or like in your room really debating like, "Dang, like is my life over?" And I mean, that's really what it comes down to because when I had so my worst injury for me personally, I had never really had anything major. It was kind of like minor bumps and bruises or whatever. Nothing that I was like, "Oh shoot, I got to be out for." Until senior year of high school. So, senior year of high school for me, I was doing football, and during football season it was what I think it was like October or whatever, and I got injured. I can't remember the exact day or whatever, but that's kind of besides the point. So October, I remember it was a day football practice. We were doing some hitting drills, and I guess somebody like kind of grabbed me by the ankle. I kept trying to keep moving or keep running or whatever, and since they had my ankle, obviously I came down. But I came down weird, and I heard my ankle crack like twice. I As soon as I heard it, I was tweaking because I looked down. I was like, okay, my ankle ain't in no like weird position or nothing like that. So I was like, okay, I'm good. And then yeah, I got up. If my ankle felt a little weird, I was trying to walk off the sideline, chilling. Like I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Just kind of broke me a little tackle or two, and yeah, so I'm walking off to the sideline, limping a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, this felt a little weird. Then boom, so we were doing like a 2-on-1 tackling drill. So say I'm right here, and then there's two people right in front of me. Boom, run this way. Then person grabs my leg, and then I walk this way where the lines are for the two people to come at the one person. So walk off, and then I boom wrap around to go back into the hitting line or whatever where the not the hitting line, but you know what I mean, right? So walk off, and then as I keep walking, my ankle slowly starts to get heavier and heavier, right? And basically, it was just bad. Like it kept getting heavier and heavier, and then I collapsed because I literally couldn't put weight on it anymore. And then my coach had to come to me real fast because obviously I fell on the floor out of nowhere. They got me falling out at practice. It was a little ridiculous, but yeah. So then the trainers got me. My ankle swelled up like a balloon immediately, dude. It was bad. And I remember that day. I what did I do? Yeah, I was in the trainers. Ankle was swole up real bad. I got a picture somewhere. I might put it in here if I find it. But ankle swole up like real bad immediately. Then my dad finally came to get me. Went to the emergency room, bro. That drive to the hospital was the worst thing in the world because my ankle was so sensitive at that point. Like I'm riding in a car with the leg up, boom, and I'm sitting in the back seat because I can't sit in no regular position because my foot is cooked. Yeah, I'm just sitting there, and basically every single like little bump or whatever, ankle jolt, done. It it was probably one of the worst pains I've ever felt in my life. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely wouldn't wish that on anybody. I'm probably dragging it a little, but nah, it was bad. Yeah, went to the what was it? The emergency room. I was there for a little bit. They told me I just had a really bad high ankle sprain, right? But uh it was ridiculous. I was surprised I ain't really break nothing. But I mean, typically I've never really broke a bone except my pinky. But yeah. So it was just a bad high ankle sprain, but regardless, again, ankle swollen. My ankle didn't stop swell. Whoa, I don't even know how to say that. My ankle didn't. Oh my gosh. My ankle didn't. Oh my gosh. Yo, I can't talk. All right, my ankle was swollen for about a month and it didn't stop swelling for, I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say. Oh my gosh. But I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to say, right? But yeah. What was I talking about? Yeah, ankle was swollen for like a month. Something crazy. And bruh, me and my homie DJ, bro, we were literally like, we had crutches and everything. Like me and him, we was on crutches for probably like 2 to 3 weeks together, bro. It was so funny. We was caught. I gotta find this video too. I'll definitely probably put it in here if I can find that. Me and him, we was at one football game. Obviously, we sitting on the sideline, got the jersey on, whatever, with the crutches on side. Me and him was racing on the track with the crutches, bro. It was so funny. Like, it was fun because I had somebody else that was going through it, and that's what made it better. But back to the topic on the mindset of injuries, like, it was one of those, like, injuries can, again, it can make or break who you are. I think injuries is one of the biggest tests to developing your mental, be and just as an athlete in general and as a person, because if you look at it as an injury, and I mean, yeah, certain things like you might truly just not come back the same, and your career could truly be done depending on how bad it is. But still, again, an injury is a mindset. Cause again, you're gonna either sit there and wallow on it and be in a pity party the entire time, or you're gonna eventually, boom, be down for a couple days and then bounce back. Because again, life's not gonna move. Life's not gonna stop moving for nobody. And the sooner you realize that, then the sooner you can appreciate life and actually take opportunities for yourself. And I think that's very important. Like with an injury, like for me, luckily, I guess so. Me personally, I used to be a very negative person, and I was trying to really escape that mindset as a kid. And the older I got better, and kind of really coming to college, or not coming to college, but coming to high school, I really started to have a confidence about myself, and it just kind of started to really grow. And luckily, I had a better mindset because if I didn't, I would be in a very, very bad place and I wouldn't have made the comeback I that I did. But that comes to say, like, if you don't find a greater reason to actually succeed, then you're gonna be stuck. Like every day, there's always gonna be something that you're gonna want to do or not gonna want to do. And I feel like with an injury, like you gonna sit around, oh, but my ankle hurts. Bro, like it ain't gonna stop hurting unless you do something to help it or you do something to actually get into a better position. And again, like I said, like there's certain things that, like certain injuries that might be like truly career defining and you might have to stop. But if it's something that like you can possibly bounce back from, like with my high ankle sprain, I instantly contemplated. I was like, okay, am I gonna still be able to run track? I had all these thoughts going through my head. I said, am I still gonna be able to run track? Am I going to be able to bounce back and come back this next season and do the same things that I was doing? Because I was realizing I was like, okay, boom, I'm hurt. Am I gonna be able to? I gotta work extra hard. I gotta get back to where I was, and then I gotta get better than that so I'm not behind everybody else. And I was sitting there in my room. I would just be thinking at night and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I got to do all this extra work. I'm like, if what if I'm behind? But you got to embrace like a what if mindset. Like, the way my mind works now, I'm like, what if I do this? What if I start my own business right now? What if I get $10,000 tomorrow, bro? Like, it's you gotta have that type of mindset to actually, I feel like, succeed in life. And that's the type of mindset that I have personally. And that mindset helped me to succeed through injury because I had that mindset. I was like, okay, boom. What if I come back from this injury and I actually turn it around and then I come out on a good side of things, right? I had to talk with myself and I had to talk with God. Talking to God, again, that's very important too. Like, having that relationship with God is possibly one of the, no, not even possibly, it was definitely one of the biggest things that saved me throughout senior year. Having that deeper connection with God throughout injury and everything, because I had something to fall back on when I was facing those doubtful moments. When I hurt my ankle, I had to talk with myself and I had to talk with God, and I discussed, I'm like, I need your help because there is going to be days that I'm going to be down, but how do I not keep myself there? Because like I talked about, I had that negative mindset as a kid and I didn't know how to pull myself out of that. And again, having God on that side, like, to have, you can easily read the word and know that everything's going to be all right. And even to have that there and just truly trust that for yourself, but it helped me so much. And that's why, like, if you have God in your corner, anything is possible. And like, me realizing that senior year, I made that change. So I got injured, but then I again had that what if mindset, had God on my side, and I created a workout plan. So I started working. I did my research. I got instantly to work on my computer. I was looking at the best stretches, exercises, different things that I could do for to understand how to lift for track, how to train, what are the best sprinting exercises. And I paced myself, but I had a workout. So every day after school, I wasn't going to football practice, but I would go every now and then. But I was going to physical therapy, or I was going right to the gym. I would go straight from school, probably give me something to eat or whatever, if and then just for after the gym or whatever, give me something to eat and go straight to the gym. And I was doing that 5 days a week. I was pacing myself, obviously not rushing back, and that's the importance. You don't want to rush yourself back too early, but you gotta obviously know your body. You don't want to force anything insane, but you gotta learn a fine balance between pushing yourself and forcing yourself to do too much that you can handle at one time. You feel me? So finding that balance. But yeah, I was in the gym 5 days a week trying to get right. Got my body right, and then slowly, eventually, from October time until November, or not November, October till like December was really when I got off the crutches November, and then I was slowly starting to kind of get back into like jogging and stuff. And when I was going to the gym, I slowly started to introduce, like, I would do a mile before all my workouts, or at least like 2 times out of the week I would do a mile, and I would do it real slow. And I wanted to work myself to getting down to a 5 minute mile again. And because I think I started at, bro, like doing it, I think I started at like a 6:40 because I hadn't ran in a while and I hadn't done anything with a hurt ankle. So I slowly, worked my way down, and I had a goal. And I feel like the biggest thing with an injury, write a goal. Like, if you start with one little thing, you have something in your mind that you want to work towards, and it helps you, like, it helps you see that it's possible, because if you know your body and you actually want something bad enough, you're going to work for it. So, give yourself that test. Yeah, so I slowly introduced a mile, and I was working towards what I wanted. And then I slowly started to go to the track. I was taking these baby steps to get where I needed to be. And then I really got in tune with God kind of through that search and everything. And then, boom, preseason for track. We're in preseason for track. I ended up pulling my groin. I think I was just talking about this with somebody today or the other day or whatever. Yeah, we were in preseason with track. I ended up pulling my groin because we were doing like 300 time trials, and it was a little iffy because I've had hip problems. It wasn't like nothing major. I was stretching it for real. and then did the 300 time trial, ran. As soon as I finished, bad pain. But again, I didn't let it define me because before I even started the season, I came in with the mentality that I could achieve the goals that I had set in place prior to the year began. Typically, before every year, a school year or whatever sports season, I'll write out a list of goals that I want to achieve. And I do that because not even if I don't achieve certain things, regardless, I achieve something. And even if I didn't achieve any of the goals, you have to come back and realize, what did I learn from that? And I think having that type of mentality is the biggest thing that you can gain. Like if you have one goal, you don't achieve it, what did you learn from it? It's a process. Like you also got to stop having so much focus on the destination and focus on the journey, because the journey is going to teach you the most lessons. If you don't actually learn to enjoy the process and the struggle, then how you going to actually learn to enjoy what you got? It's going to feel 10 times better when you actually know you fully work for something than just being handed to you. Like, that's why I knew, okay, what if I bounce back from this injury? Like, if it's going to feel 10 times better knowing that, bro, I could have possibly been cooked and sat around, did nothing, and then been completely behind for the whole season. Even though I don't know why the freaking emoji showing up, but yeah, I could have sat around for the entirety of me being hurt and stuff, delayed my process for coming back to the season, and not done anything that I wanted to. But again, I told myself, yeah, I'm gonna lock in, do what I need to. I wrote down my goals. I figured out what I wanted to do, so I worked towards it. Then again, pulled my groin at the beginning of the preseason or whatever, kind of right before the season. Was hurt. I wasn't out too long, probably like 2 weeks, and then got really back into things. And again, the God aspect came in major because it again brought that confidence, because I knew, bro, this work isn't for nothing. Like, if I got God on my side, I'm praying and I trust my skills, bro. Hard work and God combined, bro, I'm telling you, like, you cannot be defeated. Like, if you meet God halfway, your life is set, bro. Like, and again, God's not gonna hand everything to you. He definitely didn't hand anything to me, but still, like, I was meeting him halfway at that point in my life. And I'm still trying my best to do that too now, even to this day. But like, specifically at that time, like, that was when my connection was really the strongest, and I'm still growing. I say that to say, like, if you have that faith aspect and really dive into it deeper, you gonna realize the miracles that's coming for you. And like, every meet, I would walk away. I'm a type of person, even if I won the race, I would be mad because I knew that there's something like I didn't like. If I didn't run a good race, then it didn't mean anything to me. But still being able to step away and realize, what did I learn from this? And, you know, I bounced back from the injury regardless. Like, on that topic, like, I bounced back from all the injuries I had because I had a what if mindset. I had God and I trusted myself. And having that trust and faith, bro, goes a long way. And so I stuck with God, and I told myself, I'm gonna be a state champion this year. Even no matter what happens, I'm not gonna give myself any excuses. Like, I don't like to give myself excuses. You take it head on. It is what it is. Whatever happened, happened. Like, if something's on you, it's on you. And I wasn't gonna give myself an excuse to say, if I lost, at least I know that I worked for it. If I lost, I lost. You know what I'm saying? If I lost a race, then it is what it is. What did I learn from it? Again, but I wasn't gonna give myself an excuse to say, "Oh yeah, it was my injury that held me back." Like, yes, that is a real thing. Like, that's not, like, I'm not slow. Like, that is it's a real factor. But if you put in the work, you can eliminate it from being as big of a factor. You can take it from 90% of, like, slowing you down, and drop it all the way down to like 10% if you put in the work to actually alleviate the pain and alleviate the feelings that you have. But yeah, like that's the biggest thing. I worked for what I wanted, and I I learned a lot throughout the season. And bro, the injury just taught me, like it really taught me that. And that's the best advice, honestly, that I give somebody who's being injured. Like, bro, if you find God and have that faith in Him, it's gonna bring you a long way. And have that trust in yourself. Again, I'm gonna repeat that. Have that trust in yourself. Because if you can't trust yourself, then you can't trust nobody. And that's a very true fact. So, and just like never never set yourself back, and don't put limits on yourself. Because if you limit yourself to the mindset of only, yeah, I'm injured, I'm not gonna come back the same, but it's okay, I'll wait a year because I know then I'll fully be healed. Bro, everybody gonna already be past you in that year. Why not start working now? Start today. Stop waiting for that success to come. You know what I'm saying? Stop waiting for that perfect moment. Just go. Like, bro, in injuries, like, there can be a lot of time missed because of recovery and stuff like that, but still, it's a process. What did you learn? Enjoy the destination, or enjoy the journey, not the destination, bro. Like, enjoy that. Enjoy the pain. Enjoy the struggle. Like, yes, it may suck while you're doing it, but if you can come out on the bright side of things, it's gonna feel so much better. You don't sit in your room, don't sit by yourself and just wallow in that pity and dang, be so sad all the time. Be like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna come back. I'm not gonna be where I need to be at all. Like, bro, that's not where you want to be. Cause I've been there. I get it. Like, it's just destructive. And the longer you stay in that destructive mindset, you're never gonna get to where you need to be in the future. So, again, like, last thing I'm gonna leave you with, like, trust God, trust yourself, embrace a what if mindset, and go after your goals. Don't set limits on yourself. I mean, that's really it. Like, I think that's it. Like, that's all it takes. But yeah, this was the first Yap session. Um, Let me know what y'all think if y'all enjoy this, and I'll probably post something else on my Instagram or whatever to get some more questions. See what else y'all want me to kind of talk about or whatever y'all want to hear. And you can also put it. Obviously, this will be on YouTube, so you can put it in the comments or whatever down below. But yeah, if you made it this far, appreciate you for listening. Make sure you like and subscribe. And yeah, I hope everybody has a wonderful night or day or afternoon, whatever time you're watching this. But yeah.